I'm going to jump straight in here, and we're going to be doing the trim on her dress here. And for that I'm going to use Ghost White 9063. And I wanted to use it because it's got a nice little blue tint to it, and I figure that would maybe go well with it, as I put a little drop on her dress already, but I will not worry about that right now. It may wind up being too white. Already wondering if it's going to be washed out in the camera. But that's just the way things go. I guess I could always tint it with a different blue at some point. Or just let it run with that. Hard to tell if the camera's even seeing what I'm painting. Flip her over. Hide what the camera's trying to focus on. There we go. And now I can't see. Okay, let's get in here like that. I just basically have to cover up the entire field of view before it'll focus on what I really want it to focus on. And now it's probably lost focus. No, good. Now move things. Oh, good. I think most of this I will have to get off camera, just because I have to hold it in such an awkward position that it's not going to show up. And there we have a lovely little mold line. Which I may or may not do anything about. Okay. I may do the ribbon in the back on that same color, but I'm not exactly sure just quite yet what I want to do with that. If you're wondering, ooh, as I almost knock over my water, that P stands for absolutely nothing. I don't even remember why I put that on there. So I'm going to skip to the next color I'm going to do, all those little gourds. I'm going to be doing pine green. Hey, let's focus at some point. 9010. One of my older paints. So I might want to actually put paint on the palette. That tends to help things. But, which one was it? I was going to hit that. I think it's a bell pepper. That's the, I think that may be the entire extent of this color of paint. I'm not sure there's anything else in there that I want to paint that color. And so I'm done with that color. Lovely. I hate using just a little tiny drop, but that's what we're going to do. For my next color, I've written down that it's going to be red for the apple base. And I'm not sure there's an apple on here. I don't know where I got that. I'm trying to paint my contact. Oh, no. That's either an apple or bread. Let's say it's an apple. So, I put a little drop on here. Again, probably about the same amount. This is bright red. As I mumble with my brush in my mouth, 9004. And I liked it because it was just a really, really bright red. And I'm going to go ahead and paint over what I'm calling the leaf. I guess to kind of fit more into the color scheme, I could have made it a Granny Smith apple, but I think that would be a little harder to see. And probably a mistake for any competition entry. As I try to cover up everything, so you'll focus on the right thing. Go. But that red's going to draw the attention away from everything and onto the basket. But oh well. We're just having fun painting, right? I use the royal we way too much. Okay, last color I'm going to do for this video is I not put my brush in my mouth. No pingo, that wasn't the bristles, it was the handle. Is Earth Brown 9029. We're going to paint that cornucopia basket. And let's get it off the focus. There we go. And originally I'd picked a walnut brown, and this is where painting the tops of the cap helped. As I was looking at that, I was picking it out of the little paint chart that Reaper sends. As you not focus on everything again. Do a brush stroke, check my focus. Brush stroke, check my focus. Brush stroke, check my focus. Anyway, as I was going to say, plus this is hard painting, I accidentally put my contacts in, so I'm having to paint like 8 inches away on little tiny surfaces, and it's not working. Anyway, distractions upon distractions. Dear God, now I can't remember what I was saying. Oh, but the walnut brown painted on the top of that lid, it just was way too dark for what I wanted. And sure, I probably could have used that just as really dark shadow base coat and worked my way up to lighter colors. But I think it was just still too dark. And I probably got quite a bit of brown up here on her sleeve, but we're not going to worry about that. Probably will not fix that off camera, because I'll fix it on camera when we start doing things other than base coats. And I'm just getting in all the little cornucopia folds here. It's really hard to see, but trust me, I'm doing it. It's kind of hard right there where her arm and the basket coincide, so just getting it close enough and then poking in to all the little spots where I can. That's not sleeve. I'm kind of pushing the paint into it. Oh yeah, we've got basket on the front stuff. I guess that would actually be called the front of the basket. And it's just all little stuff like that. I have no idea how I'm going to paint inside there, except very, very carefully. And I probably need to take that dress color, smoosh it into the corners there. But and there's this one little white flake right there I keep touching. I keep dropping everything off. I must not have gotten it clean enough. But yeah, it's a little bit more basket color in here. More up onto her wrist. And I'll just paint inside there too, which I managed to paint over the top of the pumpkin. Little drop of water. Try to drop the figure. Zoom in real close and just suck that water up. Rinse the brush. We'll call it a wash. Ha 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 ha. So, there, let me get, it's bothering me. A little drop right there on her collar. And there's these little pitty holes. I don't think you can see it, it's right there. And, you know, if this was anything spectacular, probably would have filled that in with some putty. But that's it for now. And I